でさえ可愛い俺の可愛いムーブ。インテリ童貞メガネには刺激が強かろう。
そうか。なら手を貸そう。どうせ軽くなったんだからお姫様抱っこでもするか。
Once upon a time, isekai anime might have been considered a fad. However, after roughly a decade of prominence, it appears safe to say that the subgenre is here to stay, and winter 2022 is certainly not going to change that. So, without wasting any time, I present to you Top 10 Transferred to Another World Anime. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Also, click that notification bell so that you can stay updated whenever I upload a new video. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Let's begin our list with LBX Girls. This is the tale of Riko, a young girl who travels to Tokyo with her friend Mana. In this anime, Riko is transported to an alternate Japan, where metal-based life forms known as mimesis wreak havoc on the world. So much for bad luck. Only girls armed with LBX armored weaponry can combat this scourge. Riko, along with 4 other displaced young women, will have to adapt in order to save humanity. To be honest, if you're looking for fan service, Yuri bait, or anything else, this show isn't for you. However, if you believe in the power of friendship and are looking for a light snack, this may be your thing. In general, LBX Girls is a short but sweet series with a happy ending for everyone, and I believe you should give it a shot. Coming in at number 9, we have She Professed Herself Pupil of the Wise Man. In this anime, we see our main character playing a VR MMORPG called Archearth Online. One day, after making some changes in his character, he falls asleep. Well, that should have suspended the game, but he wakes up still online and feels the game has gotten a bit more realistic. Furthermore, he is now trapped in the body of a young woman. Even though it's too early to judge the anime, I'd say it's off to a mediocre start. I like the premise of the series, and I find the explanation of the game and the world interesting. Let's just cross our fingers and hope they start adapting the visual novel properly, and we see some improvements in the future episodes. Coming in at number 8, we have Princess Connect Redive. In a world where gentle breeze blows and magic exists, a young man named Yuki awakens with no memory of his past. Together with a guide who has sworn to care for him, a lovely swordswoman who's always feeling peckish, and a cat-eared sorceress with a prickly attitude, they decide to create a guild of their own. Naturally, Princess Connect takes place in a fantasy setting with the show's various gimmicks. I won't deny that it can be a bit cartoony at times. It's adapted from a mobile game after all, but don't let that take away your attention. The show is able to take its gimmicks and bring out the most of it, and that's an achievement in my eyes. Coming in at number 7, we have the strongest sage with the weakest crest. Matthias, the world's most powerful sage, decides reincarnation is necessary to become the strongest of all. Upon his rebirth as a young boy, Matthias is thrilled to discover he's been born with the optimal crest for magical combat on his first try. Unfortunately, the world he's been born into has abysmally poor standards when it comes to magic, and everyone thinks he's still marked for failure. Well, all the fast-paced anime viewers are going to love this anime. From the very first episode, they decided to demonstrate what the main character Matthias is capable of with a test and his fighting abilities. This may feel rushed to some viewers, but you can't deny the fact that it's entertaining. Moving on, we have the world of Leaddale. In this anime, we follow Kaina, a girl who is involved in a horrific accident that puts her on life support. Her body is in excruciating pain, and the only freedom she has left comes from the virtual world of Leadale. One day, Keina awakens in the body of her in-game character, Keina, to discover that 200 years have passed in Leadale, and rather than being a video game, this world is now very real. So, there you have it, another VR MMO plot. I feel this is probably going to be the comfy anime of this season. It has that Kuma 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 bear vibe to it, with all that overpowered main character thing. Overall, it's your typical isekai show with a main character who likes to mess around everywhere, but it's enough to keep you entertained. Coming in at number 5, we have The Dungeon of Black Company. The anime follows our protagonist who lacks any kind of work ethic. But after a freak magical accident, he washes up in another world, and there he's immediately shoved into a terrible job. Now enslaved by an evil mining company in a fantasy world, he's about to really learn the meaning of hard work. This anime does an excellent job in the important departments of characters, story, and overall entertainment. The opening of the anime stays true to the goofy vibes that the show is mostly about. However, it is the ending that is the cherry on top. As I don't want to take anything away from the experience, I will have you look it up yourself. Coming in at number 4, we have Arifureta, From Commonplace to World's Strongest. Our hero and his high school class are suddenly summoned to a fantastical land as heroes. But while most of his classmates have powerful stats and abilities, our protagonist does not. Underappreciated and unprepared, he tumbles into the depths of a monster-infested dungeon where veracity and sacrifice are his only options. So, the problem with this show is, most people gave up before the halfway point. If you can make it there and still have the willpower to go forward, I promise you'll enjoy Arifureta. For me, it is pretty decent. I like the idea that the main character had a lot of courage and was badass real quick. Unlike in most series where the main character has to go through a complete entire season to become powerful and even be feared. Also, now that Season 2 has arrived, we can anticipate amazing things from it. Coming in at number 3, we have Isekai Izakaya, Japanese food from another world. This anime centers around a bar called Nobu situated in Kyoto, Japan, but with a door that is connected to the bar in another world. They get visitors from other worlds, and they mainly seek bar's excellent ale and cuisines. Isekai Izakaya has more realism attached to it due to the way some of the interactions take place. In short, it really is about food and how good food brings people together. If you are looking for something elaborate like Food Wars, then this isn't the anime for you. One of the best things that this show follows is continuity and a good ending. This anime is a real hidden gem and deserves more love and respect. But unfortunately, many viewers overlooked this, as it came out during the same time that many other big isekai shows came out. In second place, we have Life with an Ordinary Guy who reincarnated into a total fantasy knockout. A 32-year-old unpopular salaryman is transported alongside his handsome friend to a fantasy world due to the whims of a goddess. While his friend has been transported without change, the salaryman now has the body of a beautiful girl. To get his male body back, he must go on an adventure with his friend to defeat the world's demon lord. Talk about a messed up plot. Well, it is one of the biggest surprises of this season for me so far because I was kind of expecting to hate it based on the premise. There are some pretty funny gags in this anime, carried by a strong sense of comedic timing and pretty expressive animation. Once a legend said, sometimes it takes a real man to be the best girl. Coming in at number 1, we have How a Realist Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom. Suddenly summoned to a fantasy world and betrothed to the princess, our protagonist is crowned the new king. However, his idea of heroism is more practical than most. Now, he must gather talented people to help him get the country back on its feet. Quality trumps quantity, and I'm sure most of us prefer to watch an anime that is enjoyable than something with tons of never-ending episodes or seasons. As a fantasy drama that combines military politics, management, relationship building, and character studies, it's not easy to flesh out the anime in just 13 episodes. Luckily, the anime itself knows what it needed to do to establish its main premise from the beginning. Now that Season 2 is here, I'm sure it's going to achieve even greater heights. That brings us to the end of our list for today. If you liked the video, please consider dropping a like and subscribing to our channel. In the end, you all stay happy, and I will see you in the next video. See ya!